Yo, it's Guido coming at you, and we have Chuck back, the Chuck-a-core. Here we are on Himmel's. The sweet feeling of close I had to let Chuck talk. You don't interrupt Chuck. You don't. You know what I mean? You don't. You don't interrupt Chuck. Last time Chuck was interrupted, the universe was created or something. I don't know. It's my best effort. So, hold on. Wait a minute. This is just starting off terribly. I do not have colorblind mode going. I don't know why, actually, because I was just in one that did. Anyway, here we go to the most obvious bush known to man. But it's Chuck. Chuck goes to obvious bushes if he wants. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right. This is a PG channel, my friends. Stop thinking about that stuff. We're going to go here and get nothing out of it. We get 0. I've let Chuck down my initial position. He's letting me run the show for a moment here. Sheridan's hanging out over there. They have another scout. No, I thought they did. Maybe they don't. Our 907 moves up. And I say, okay, well, that well is dry. Let's go around this way. We have a bunch of mediums out here, so what I'd like to do is get some targets for the mediums to start hitting. There are 3 artillery, so these 3 Muppets are absolutely getting waylaid. I don't know why I'm going to the same place they are. I don't but I'm getting away from it. You know why? Because everybody is shooting that place. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be where everyone is shooting. So let's go back over this way. Maybe we can figure out some guys for them to shoot. Also, too, and in addition to, their 907 showed up. So that's right, the 907, that's what I was doing in the game. I was going to go down where our 907 was to start spotting, but of course I'll be perma-spotted if I do that. So he heads on in there, and these 3 guys, they're just in big old trouble. I guess it's only 2 now. The STB has chogied on out of there. And the SCS-63 has had enough, right? He's like, I'm taking me and half my hit points, and we're leaving. There's that replay bug where it goes back into zoom mode. When the player goes into zoom mode, even if you're in zoom out mode in the replay, it forces you back into zoom mode. You know what I mean? That's just not cool. Not cool. Game's not going very well so far. We're just kind of all hanging out on our side of the map. So we'll head off this way. I think I need a better plan than that bush on this map, on Himmel's line, Siegfried Dorf. The 907 is battling it out with their 907, so I'm going to swing all the way across the map over to the other side. And this is just one of those games where, as a scout, you're running around trying to find a way to be useful. There's not a lot I can do in the field. And so I push up to where the 907 is. I might be able to help him take him down, but I'd probably get wrecked. There's a lot of guns left in the game. There's 3 artillery as well. The Sheridan is sitting in the back, so we're just going to head over here and see if we can't figure out a way to do something on this side of the map. And this is actually pretty funny right here. So we look here for a second, we push on in, cut down low, see if we can find maybe somebody down there to shoot. Anybody? Bueller, nothing. Okay, so we'll head over this way. Okay, nothing going on there. Let's take a look over here. Do I have a shot? No. Let's just take a pic. Uh-oh. I have no idea where this guy came from. There he is. Like, oh my gosh, the 268-4. Are you actually kidding me? Let's take the opportunity that, as he has fired, to bail out of this spot. We don't want to stay proxy lit. There's no reason for that. 268-4, so we'll just bail out. That's kind of a strength of one of the fast tanks in this game, is you can be one place, that's the last place they've seen you, and if people don't really think about it too hard and you go somewhere entirely different, you might be able to surprise them. So I'm just trying to maybe see if he's peeking around the corner anymore. It doesn't look like it. And I notice out in the field our 907 is lost. So that did not work out. And I'm thinking, well, I've been locked down. I was hoping maybe I could sneak down the east side, but that wasn't going to happen. Not with the 268 version 4 sitting there. So now I'm thinking, all right, well, maybe we can start working the other flank. Clearly, I can't really go into the middle. The Manicore is just not going to do a whole lot of good in there. If we had an overmatch and we were swarming them, then I could get into the city and do some work. But right now, with Peekaboom going on, there's no good reason for me to be there. So let's Flex all the way across. Meta flex. Come on, Chuck. Chuck, you need to do something. Now, Chuck's going to make a mistake here. I know he doesn't make mistakes, but he does in this case because we're going to lose a bunch of hit points. Trying to be clever. We're going to try to be clever. Come down here. The 121 continues to get bombed by the Artie. He hasn't lost too many hit points, but he's lost some. The CS63 is bailed all the way into the back and is camping way up here. There's the 907. So I'm thinking, okay, let's go in here and see if we can't get this guy lit up. Kind of pull around this way. How's that going? Not bad. Well, maybe I can swing down in there. If I can swing down in there and get to those bushes, maybe I can do some spotting. So I'll wait here for a second. What I'm wondering is how often is the 907 popping out from behind that little area? He's probably being lit by the 121 every time he does it. So I go, nah, whatever. Let's just head off this way. No big deal. Maybe get into this bush. This bush is useful to the left. I guess I didn't do it this time. I thought I did. That bush there to the left is fairly useful for moving up, especially if you think one of their tanks has posted up. Alright, so what I'm talking about is if they have posted up in this bush along the road, which is right about there, just south of the J and the Object 907. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I can just roll back over here into this little spot. Just come on in here. No, don't see anything again. And some games with light tanks just really require you to do this for a while, unfortunately. We are starting to slow bleed into a loss. So it is a case of you can wait too long to try to make something happen. But I'm going to have a heck of a time trying to force the 907 or force the Sheridan and the various campers that may be back there into doing something. So I see the 277. I'm thinking, oh, maybe I can get a shot on this guy. He should die. There we go. So somebody got rid of him. There we go. So we get a kill on that. That's nice. So there's a gun gone. Evens things up just a little bit right there. And we sort of wait. Now we're bailing out of the city, and this is kind of looking bad because now we're really all on our back foot back here. I think I actually type in here that Artie needs to start working on the 907. Because if we can break the flank with the 907, then we have something going on. We're really hurting in town. I mean, the Jagzilla is doing yeoman's work right there for the moment. That's where I type in. I say, Artie, you need to focus the 907. We'll go ahead and click there. Try to do a little bit of that teamwork thing, see if it works out. And I'll be honest, at this point in this game, I figured it was probably a loss. So I just needed to go find a way to get some hit points of damage. There's the 907. He's not really around the corner. Gets nuked. Kind of push in here, and I just get a little bit close. Yep, right there. So the Sheridan moved up, and he was in the bush, and this is where it nearly all goes pear-shaped. I get lit on fire, unfortunately. I'm slow. Artie is firing at me. I've lost all kinds of stuff. We're going to go ahead and use the kit and fix everything at once. And we barely survived. So a mistake that just about lost the game for me. Thank goodness. So that little indicator lets me know that, so I keep on moving. I find that indicator to be of limited use, but not terrible. In that case, I knew it was coming, so I just kept moving and wiggle a little bit. You don't know how much lead fire the guy gave you. All you know is it's coming at you at the point of when they fire or so, I think. I don't know if there's any delay, but in any event, at least you don't stop, right? Or if you are stopped, you can get moving. It really is random. So we're going to kind of look at this and maybe shoot into the bush. I'm going to move away from it a bit. I don't want to even give them a chance to see me. I have to turn around because the elevation backwards is terrible on this thing. I don't want to do too many blind shots. And that might have hit, actually. I didn't see it go to the other side. 907 is seen. He's at 781 hit points, so he has taken some shots from the Artie, and I'm just really hoping that Artie continues to thump him. The 121 is near dead. There goes their 268-4. Now things are actually starting to look pretty decent. The poor 121 has just done a really great job of hanging in there, essentially. There's the 907, and I'm thinking, all right, Artie, put a shot on this guy. Come on, baby. I want to shoot, but I know I'll be immediately spotted, and that's probably going to go poorly for me, so we'll just keep that going. I'll try to back out till it goes dark. Oh, and I ricochet. But he did get a hit. He did take a hit, so that worked out. And this is just patient gameplay in what is otherwise a fairly static game. If things are going south quickly, you can't afford to do this, but right now things are looking okay-ish. And we're just all pushed back. There goes the 907. That's when I realized he has 35 hit points. So that gives me an opportunity. I'm thinking, all right, he's moved it there. He doesn't want to get hit by Artie again. I'm going to shoot into the bush one more time. And I'm really worried that the Sheridan's, and there he is. So he's there, so we'll back out again. And unfortunately, I had taken a blind shot. Otherwise, I could have taken him out right there, and that was a bummer. I think I might have hit him, actually, a couple times. So now the Artie's kind of chasing him around. Boom. All right. There we go. 2,139 assists. Let's move. Remember, the 907 had moved down a little ways, so what I'm planning on doing here is getting into the bunker. So I'm not going to just get stuck on the other side so that I'm proxy lit right here, and anytime I move, he'll know. What I want to do is get to the bunker, and as a matter of fact, if I can get a side shot on him, I'll take it. We'll just do that to stay unspotted. We'll come up here. I know he's right there somewhere. There he is. I have to jam on the brakes, come back, and I get that shot, and we get him dead. So now we've broken up the field. And the next trick is to start nuking the Artie. And this actually happens quite a bit on this map. When people win the city and they try to push south or north through the city a little early, and there's a lot of Artie and TDs and campers back there, you can find yourself getting shredded by all the dudes hanging out on the red line. And while it's not a great move for a team to just be defensive on this, you can win games by forcing guys to try to come out of the city and get spotted. So we find these dudes. That dude just fired, and if you saw that big line of smoke come out, he knows he's spotted, so he starts bailing out of there. Get one on him. Fortunately, he doesn't die. Long reload on this, but he's so slow, I'm just going to kind of hang out right here. Just right at the edge of the spotting ring. Doesn't matter, he gets killed. So I know where the 261 is. Those things reload pretty quickly. So I'm expecting by the time I get there, he's probably going to have a reload. Plus, I don't know what else we've got over here. There he is. Just use the bush. He gets hit. Can't quite get a shot on him. I think I take it. Nope, I don't take it. I don't want to get spotted right here because I don't know what's over on my right. We'll just let the Artie take care of that guy. And things are looking really good. So we're up to 2,690, 769 damage. Pretty good example of the old Chuck-a-Core. You know, when you've got a tank that has this much camo, good mobility, if you're just careful with it, and you have time, right? And you have time. That's really one of the biggest keys. Do you have time? A lot of times you don't in this game have that much time. Actually get that shot and don't get lit. And 2 Artie shells. Oh, they all 3 shoot him. Poor Mr. M60. Was he 100%? He was pretty close. He may have had some damage, but he got nuked pretty hard. And then I tell the Artie I love them. Because I do. It's fact. I should have snapped that just to see what happened. The problem is with the Manticore on snapping is, number one, you don't have a lot of shells. Number two, the reload's so long. If something shows up quickly, and now we got a time problem. We're 146 left in the game. And that is it. And we have some beef we got to take care of. I actually find the Conqueror behind me. That surprised me a little bit. You don't see people sit there very much. I bounce. Can you believe it? I bounced and I don't get obliterated. That was very helpful. We'll go ahead and burn the med kit. Now I'm going to shoot him into that side right there. I don't want to bounce off the armor. The armor is actually fairly decent for an Artie right there. So we'll hit him. I need to kill him right here. I don't want to miss again because he may actually reload. He probably should have just charged me, but maybe go for the ram. He ends up dying. And I know the Kron now is in the pit. I was thinking he was actually coming for me, so I just sort of bail out over here for a second. We have a minute. So I'm fairly confident even if they kill a guy or whatever, I should be able to get in there and get another shot on him. Doesn't really matter because we end up with 3,037 assists, 1,679 damage, and 2 kills. And another episode of Chuck the Mighty and the old Manticore, man. This tank is so much fun. When you can be that important to a win in a tank this little, doing really just the support thing for the most part. I chipped in a little damage along the way. And I wouldn't say, obviously I didn't do an 8,000 assist game or anything like that, but it is fun to be effective in a little tank like this. It's just part of why this game is good. Is it's not just about going toe to toe and smashing people in the face. There are other things you can do with tanks. So pretty cool stuff. That's all I've got. Let me know what you guys think down below. Have a good one. See ya.